So we are... apparently, we're live. So, yeah, welcome back after the New Year break, Christmas break, and generally December break, essentially. It's been a little while. Welcome back to the game. I hope everybody's had a nice Christmas and New Year, etc.
I had a lovely Christmas dinner. I'm still thinking about it.
You know what? I had a fucking amazing Christmas dinner. I did a beef Wellington. It was absolutely fucking kick-ass.
Well, the picture looks like you needed to rest it a bit more, though.
No, it was perfect.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It was absolutely spotless. It was just the right...
I've never had one, so...
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how it tastes like or what it's supposed to be. So
it was a full fillet of beef, wrapped in like a mushroom duxelle, which I made, which is then wrapped in Parma ham, which is then wrapped in puff pastry.
Yeah, you were posting pictures of it when you were making it, weren't you?
It is not something you make on the day. It's something you make over a couple of days, to be honest.
Well, yeah, because pastry and stuff like that, if you want to do that by hand as well.
The pastry...
Sometimes you rest it overnight.
Yeah, the pastry, you put it on and then leave it for the day. The duxelle takes 2 days. You cook it, and then you leave it for a day, at least, for it to bring out the full flavour on it. And obviously you want to quickly sear the beef before you do anything else and wrap it up. So yeah, it takes a couple of days, and it's the first time I've done that, and it's not a cheap dish to make, and it was good. It was really good, and yeah, lots of good fillet steak wrapped in pastry.
I've watched Gordon Ramsay make it quite a few times.
Yeah,
it looks delicious.
Yeah, it was based on his recipe. I used him and a couple of others as an inspiration for how to make it. But it was good. It was good shit. It's good shit.
We just had a traditional roast. We had a tenderloin as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, tenderloin, 2 chickens, bacon. You know, and then the usual mashed potatoes, veg. 2 chickens. Yeah, we had 10 people.
Damn.
So, you know, we need a lot of food.
Damn.
It didn't go to, none of it went to waste either, so, you know, we had leftover meat for the next day's sandwiches and stuff like that, or, you know, another dinner if you wanted.
We were basically down to Kiki, myself, my mum, and a friend of my uncle's, because he unfortunately died last year, and as a result, honestly, my family's getting a bit thin on the ground these days. It's not been a good year. We lost somebody else just before Christmas due to strep freaking bacteria of all things. It's been a rough one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that year was over.
Remember my relative that I got called from? He's still in the hospital as well.
I'm glad to hear he's still okay.
Well, there was bad news because he woke up pillow covered in blood from a nosebleed that wouldn't stop.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, they had a bunch of doctors surrounding him, so he's not looking too great at the moment.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So, you know what? Let's get away from our real life IRL woes of family members dying and just disease and the politics and the everything else, because it's all shit. Let's get on to something much happier and start murdering people in fantasy world that is based on very 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 close to reality.
I know, right? So much we're getting away from reality.
Let's get away from reality and start murdering, people in the Revolutionary War instead. Far more fun. Right, do you guys remember where you were at last time?
We made a boat, and then we figured out, what we wanted to do with the boat, which was, some small shipments at the moment, and then we made a radio thing to be able to talk to them.
Yes, you'd basically... You'd actually had a good episode where you weren't being a bunch of murder hobos and just doing horrendous things to people left, right, and centre. You'd helped out a town that had been ravaged by what appears to be some sort of monster pirate gang kind of thing.
Didn't they help it out by robbing another village?
We don't talk about it. Listen.
I mean, you
They
know,
don't care. They don't care where it came from. They're profiting.
They don't, but the people who lost it do.
Yeah, I mean, why do we care about that?
Why do we care about this other village then?
We didn't. We got a boat. And we also did the rain dance. Don't forget that. But we somehow convinced.
I did the rain dance, you did the rain.
Yeah. And somebody did the picture where it's just like my character is like hidden away in the background with eyes. Well, that's why I said somebody did. I couldn't remember who it was.
No, I was busy building a boat. I don't know what you were doing.
What do you mean? We helped you.
Yeah, I was part
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
like, I got the boat ready to work and then you immediately gave it to the mayor.
What?
No, we didn't.
This is still our boat.
You haven't given the boat away. Right, let me tell you where you are. It was not the mayor. It's Fred Johnson, who was essentially the chief dock union worker guy who handles all the labour on the docks. And he sort of saw you'd been and built the boat, and suggested that he could crew it for you. And wanted to know if you were interested in going into business with him. He would get a captain and run the boat as a going concern whilst you were off out and about doing your things. I did suggest if you wanted to come up with an interesting name, I don't know, Toes in the Sand Traders or whatever.
We were the what was it, the West Atlantic Trading Company or something like that?
Something.
Yeah.
I mean, we did just call it Black Silver and be on the name.
I don't know, I quite like the West Atlantic.
Yeah, twat's pretty funny.
That's not even close to the acronym.
It was something like that. I can't remember what
The
it
West
was.
Atlantic Trading Company is Twatco, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't start with a T.
Does
It
that?
does.
It does if you imagine the counts, which it usually doesn't.
Okay. If you call it the, in which case, yes. With the big the.
Yeah, we
Not
have
a
to make
small
it.
the.
It has to be twat. It's the whole reason for the name.
Right, now I'm just hearing... Well,
West
saying,
Atlantic Traders.
I'm being told in chat that we're getting an echo going off. I think it's because of my microphone setup. So I'm going to quickly switch things over.
If that were the case, we'd be able to hear it too, but I can't on Discord.
Maybe. Do you have the video? It's the stream open trick.
I do have the stream open, but it's muted.
That could still be the problem.
Alright, what it sounds like is you've got all of us playing twice into your video.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Let me have a quick look at that, because that's not good. Right, let's hopefully say something for me, something, guys.
Hello.
Testing.
Okay, that might help.
1, 2, 3. One more.
No, it's still doing it.
Oh no.
Let me
Anything but technical difficulties. Oh no.
let me quickly
Check your
switch over
OBS
onto.
sources. Make sure there aren't more than one lighting up when we're talking. Oh, I think it's only one now.
Oh, is it?
Testing.
Testing.
1.
Are we better now? I think we're better now. Yeah, I've switched over onto my my Corsair headset again because screw this Yeti microphone. It's nothing but problems. Well, yeah, I mean that's it. Normally, it promises so much, and then if I were to be writing a review on the Yeti, it would not be a glowing review. Let's put it that way. Right. So, hopefully that clears the problem up. I'm sorry to our viewer, the life sentence. Thank you for making us aware of that, chaps. Right. Okay. So yes, you've built a boat. The guy there is promising to crew it and captain it and generally go into business with you and allow you to use it as transport to where you're going, get you down to see the colonel, and then it can go off and make you money in the meantime. And what I'll also do is give you the opportunity to, if you want, invest some of your gold. And depending on how much gold you invest in there, will depend on how much return you will get back from it. Should it, it continue to trade, because obviously it's got to be able to buy and sell goods. It's got to be able to, maybe put a cannon on board and pay its crew. A boat just by itself is not going anywhere without a bit of capital behind it. But that's for you to have a think about. 10 gold will $10 will get you a little bit. So you're putting. I'm just going to put this in chat. So you as a gang, yes, you have a lot of gold. Yes, you did. Yes, you have a chest full of gold bars. 2 gold bars? Okay, the moment you whip those out and go, we're going to invest those into the boat, Fred Johnson's face will change to going very, very pale to being very, very red, and then a very large grin will appear over his face, and he'll go, that will do nicely. I will make sure we get a good, hearty return on that investment. That should easily fill us up with stock that we can transport around and grow that investment for you. He's not a demon. He's just a. Oh, hold on. Apparently the pot. Quiet. A second. Why have you guys gone quiet? Technical difficulties are. Why? Why? What? Why? Why? You know. You know what? This is the thing. I'm blaming OBS because I started it up and it was like, oh, I've got an update to download, and downloaded it, and now it's being a dick, is what it is. Why is the desktop audio? You're right. It's the desktop audio has just decided, nope.
It's not the audio.
Okay.
Yes, because D&D is Dice job.
Okay,
Yes,
there we go.
indeed.
It should be working now, I think.
Hello? Hello? 1, 2, 3, can you hear us?
Hello? I don't think it's working.
Richness
Something
on.
tells me it's not working. Poor Trig.
You know what? This is what happens when you get updates.
I hope you've learnt the lesson, Trig. Never update anything ever. If it
Okay.
ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's coming through now. We are running again. I just checked the audio on the thing and it came through. So
That is good.
right. So we will draw up the contract. Fred Johnson will provide you with a captain and some crew who will crew your boat. You will if I remember rightly, you wanted to just go for coastal trading rather than
Yeah,
rather than-
because the boat isn't good enough yet to be doing massive voyages.
it's not exactly your ocean liner kind of boat. It's got a couple
We'll
of
get
masts
there
on it, but
though.
it could probably do it. But it would be by itself. It's not a it's not going to be a
I feel like we'll lose the boat doing that.
convoy.
Quite
And
quickly.
We can get. We'll repair a few more boats, build up a fleet, and then we can take the Atlantic.
that's it exactly.
Take over. Start taking everything over.
You know, this thing is it's. I think I'm going to give you a cannon on there so it can defend itself. We'll crew it with some good hearty cutthroats who will happily kill anyone that tries to board it and so on. You know, pirates turn good guys. Ish.
Well, as they know, like as
What do you
they
reckon,
know,
Di?
we'll give them good money to be loyal. So
Exactly. So
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
mhm.
Di, what do you reckon? Should we make sure get LC Crimson as the captain?
I'll see Crimson.
Wow, you really are tired. Do you know the anime you were watching?
Oh yes, yes.
He means not Urza.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Yes,
Or
Urza.
Urza Scarlet, if you prefer.
Yes, dude, that would be great. Urza Scarlet as our captain.
Urza as our anything.
Yeah, I know it's quite the trump card, I will say.
Okay, congratulations! You are now officially the proud shareholders, and primary shareholders in Twatco. Twatco will quite happily trade whilst you're away and doing things, and will give you a decent return on your investment going forward. Is there anything else you would like to do in this town before we head off? I know Ez wanted to set up a little.
We'd already left, I thought, like a lot of our stuff.
Nope.
No, yeah, you hadn't left.
Did we name the boat?
You haven't named the boat. If you'd like to name the boat, you can do.
I mean, what about calling it the Enrichment? Because no one's ever named the boat that before.
You could. You could.
Because I thought we were making a bunch of stuff on our way there last session.
No, you were about to, we were discussing as I was about to say actually, that Ez wanted to set up a little electrolysis cabin where you'd make some silver plating for weapons and some bullets and so on. Because if I remember rightly, Di, you're down by a sword.
No, I have the sword. Remember,
she's got the sword, but it's not silver plated yet.
Yeah.
Which is why, like I said, we had a bunch of these things planned out that we were doing on the voyage already. Which is why I said we took off last time.
You hadn't
and we
taken
already
off.
had this.
Hadn't taken
Bro,
off.
I swear to God, we can look at the VOD.
By all means, please do. Please do. And when you do, you can kiss my ass and go, yes, you're right again, Trig.
And what if I'm right, though? You'll still deny it because you won't check the VOD.
No, I'm happy to admit I'm wrong.
Take the risk that he's right.
I know he's not, though, because we had a bunch. I remember us planning out, like, we're going to do the radio. We had that, and you were going to do the silver plating of my sword.
The last thing
we were doing that on the voyage.
The last thing I said is you were going to sign up sign the contract, and pick a name for the company. Hadn't left port yet.
I thought we left, and then you're like, "Oh, we'll come up with the name later on."
Might I suggest?
No.
We make sure we provision the boat so our sailors don't die of lack of food.
Well, we gave them money, didn't we?
You've given them money to invest in stock. Yes. If you want to take some of that out and invest in food and provisions, not much of a problem. That's going to be fairly cheap.
Give them a bunch of berries that Coatrack.
Yeah, you know what Coatrack can produce
I think
berries
we
for.
did that.
Yep.
Some good berries.
Not yet.
Yeah,
The boat has been crewed as of this episode.
Does the boat have any wrecked cannons that I can mend?
I have just said a few minutes ago I'm going to give you one cannon on the boat. At this point.
But are there any wrecked ones that I can
There are
mend?
no other cannon on the boat at all. There might be some if you want to start trawling around in the harbour and try and find one. But at this point, you have a cannon on the boat.
Do we want another cannon, or do we want to get going?
I mean, it's up to you guys. But probably having more weapons would be handy, just from the fact that we're being chased by a pirate queen. But it's up to everyone else.
Okay. If everyone's okay with it, I'm going to suggest that myself and whoever else wants to, we go to the port master and buy a cannon. Shouldn't take
Or
too long.
we could ask our investor if he will deck it out for us if we.
Or we could
You
just
know.
go.
Fred Johnson is not willing to put any money in. He is putting manpower in. He will not provide you with
What
weaponry.
What percentage are we getting, given we're putting all the money in?
You will get essentially what there is left after paying the crew. The crew will all get a 1% cut of the profits. And Fred will take a 10% cut of the profits. That will leave you with 70% of the profits left over to split between you guys or reinvest into the boat. Whilst you're not taking that money, that 70% will automatically be reinvested after every trade.
Oh, brilliant.
Not bad.
So that you've got 20 crew on there. Each one will take their 10%. Fred will take their 1%. Fred will take his 10%. That's 30. 70 is the rest of you. Or rather the company, which is of course.
Indeed.
Well, since I don't have a lot of money on my character, it's up to you if we want to buy anything else, guys.
I don't think people want to do a buying episode. Going right back into it is the thing, so we might as well just head off.
If you also remember what I did say is that once you're on board, I will essentially say anything that you wanted to get done is done, and we will skip the eventless journey you have down the coastline, because it has been God knows what 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks since we played last, and you are on a bit of a time schedule. At this point, I've lost a bit of time. We don't want to lose too much. Because time is ticking on, and elder gods are being raised as we speak. So yeah, you happy to set sail and get on with the voyage?
Sure.
All right.
Hi.
Let's do it.
Okay, congratulations. You set sail in the enrichment, I believe you've called it, and Twatco enrichment has taken to the seas. Congratulations. The journey south will take you a few weeks. During that time, you celebrate Christmas on board. You all have a jolly good time. Barrels of rum are drunk, and you guys are all sat there going, I don't understand what this Christmas thing is about.
Except I'm not ancient.
And
I actually have been here.
Yeah, and to be honest, Mars is the god, but he still has he's adopted.
He knows how to party, bro.
He's adopted pagan traditions and various other things, and
anything for more power, eh?
White man celebration.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look, most of the characters are Greek, right?
Yes, I think Uzalu's Roman, but
well, the Greeks knew one thing more than anything else when that sort of stuff was any excuse for a party.
Exactly. No young boys on the boat though, so can't be a proper Greek party.
Oh my god. God, you always make this joke.
What?
You always do it.
The Greeks were absolute fucking degenerates. What do you want from me?
I know.
And the Romans weren't much better, they just were slightly less gay about it.
Does anything happen during our journey?
The journey is relatively eventless. You have successfully spent your weeks going through and silver plating everything until you've essentially run out of silver nitrate to silver plate things.
Okay, so I'm going to assume everyone list what you want plated, and whatever's left over will go into
My
silver
sword.
bullets.
My sword.
Yep, 50 bullets.
All right, so do you want any of your darts plated?
Just type into chat on in the actual game, not into Discord or anything like that. Just what you've done on that front. I will allow it. Also, as you were wanting to try and investigate the electrolyzers equipment that you've got bits of.
That's right. Yes, we raided the local chapter member. No, he wasn't an electrolyzer. What was he? He was an inventor.
He was an inventor. You'd found an electrolysis machine, which is what you're doing the electrolysis with.
I've also got a lot of scrap stuff from the electrolyzer encounters we've had.
That's correct. And over weeks of time, considering you've got the tools and so on, unless you I'll tell you what, do me 10 rolls with your most appropriate tools. Unless you critically fail and massively break something, I will allow you to be in a position to replicate, given the right materials, that piece of equipment.
Okay. Or
you know what? With that 26 and that 27 there, I'm gonna say yeah, fine. You've not rolled a 0 before you've rolled some very good rolls. You are happily capable of replicating it. You might find you don't quite have enough to build a second one just there, but you're almost there. You might need to pop into a shop and buy a valve or something.
So I've learned how to build it. Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Okay. And using the scraps I have, can I form a new Sparky dog?
I'm going to say yes, you can build a new Sparky dog if you so desire.
I do.
You have Archie and you have Sparky again.
And one Medes, because I know I can't have both.
Yes, only one Medes.
At least not till next time I upgrade the skill.
No, that's your. Do you really want 3 pets? I mean, you're gonna end up being.
I mean, once I have 3, I can start using them as suicide bombers.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
That was always the idea.
I quite like that idea.
Did in 40k.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Just fit explosives in the owls and just have them dive bomb.
I don't know why you haven't been doing that all along.
Base, yeah.
Yep.
Lack of opportunity and keeping at least 1 owl around for scouting has just been too valuable.
To be fair, the scouting has been quite handy.
Yes. It's very true. Very true. Okay, you have had a good few weeks at sea. Even those of you that suffered seasickness and generally weren't particularly happy with being at sea are now all hearty seamen. You're very used to the taste of salt in the air and so on, which I believe is common with seamen.
I was gonna say. This is...
Sorry, I had to go there.
Of course you did.
Basically, at this point, you have managed to make your way down to a part of the coast which you just know this is where you're at. Your captain's looked at the map and gone, well, this is the point on your map that it says, and looking up over at those cliffs, that seems to be a big ass sea fort you've got going off over there. There seems to be some sort of small village below the cliffs, and a port, and your boat happily docks up at the port, and you guys get off, and the captain goes and makes some arrangements to see if there's anyone there that wants to buy the goods that you've carried over there. There's flax and barley and fairly non-sexy but profitable goods that is
something.
that gets moved around in large quantities. And, you know, if you sell it for one here, but you only bought it for 50 cents somewhere else, you soon end up doubling your money on large stocks of these types of things. So, all good, potential high profit gains. And as you pull up onto the docks and disembark, there is a chap in what looks like fairly ancient armor. Well, not ancient by your standards, because your standards are somewhat 2,000-year old. But this guy is definitely from a couple of 100 years before where you are at the moment. And it's full. He's in basically full medieval plate mail. Not that you guys would recognise that, but just trying to paint the picture. And he's standing there waiting for you, and says, "You're here to see the Colonel, I believe. Come with me, if you will." And starts to lead you up the cliff face, up a pathway. Do you wish to go with him, or do you wish to go? Oh no, we want to go and have a quick shopping session in town first.
No, thanks. We'll follow.
Kiki, can you send Fluffy up ahead to scout ahead of us?
Could do that.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna keep him within like reasonable distance of me though, in case I need to pull him back if he gets spotted by anyone. In fact, I'm going to keep an eye out for if he gets spotted by anyone, because that means there's someone of interest to keep an eye out for ourselves.
And I will have Meady scouting from above, and Sparky just, walking alongside us.
Indeed,
Okay.
indeed.
Why is Sparky no drop onto the map? Everybody else has dropped onto the map apart from Sparky.
I think because Kiki messed with his token last time, made him look like a mop.
Are we supposed to see a different screen?
You will do in just a moment. I'm just dragging stuff over.
Okay, sorry.
And as I was dragging stuff over, some of the things weren't dragging over, i.e. Sparky.
Yeah.
Sparky. I don't know why Sparky isn't appearing.
Have you tried turning him off and on again?
Maximus. We've got Atia. Okay, well, let's put this on there, and you know what? If you can take a look up to the top of the map where you should be coming in.
He looks nothing like a dog.
The black dog.
He has introduced himself as, yes, you may call me the Black Dog.
He looks nothing like a dog, and he's wearing white.
Mm-hmm.
The black dog.
Is the name ironic?
Oh, yeah.
The name is actually a name he got from a long time ago, serving in a previous war. He speaks with a slightly odd accent. But he's speaking English. But it is a little bit how can I say
French.
A wee bit French, yes. But that is okay. He's he likes to intermediate between the French and the Americans, and perhaps help in facilitating arms and manpower to help with these colonials in the little bitty war they have with the English at the moment. You know. But there's something
Yes.
not quite right about him, and let's see. Uzalu, Maximus Broadside will be able to see that there is something definitely not right about the black dog, that he might be older than he should be, shall we say. Like a good deal older, and perhaps older through magical means.
I see.
Incidentally, people who played my previous campaign
Oh, I totally don't recognise him at all.
will recognize him, and he is indeed that same person. He has sustained an unnatural life length due to certain circumstances happened in his existence. Something to do with going toe to toe with a demon king.
Do I detect any magical auras around him?
You, as I said, Maximus Broadside certainly does. Maybe roll me a perception check.
Okay, 1 sec. So I've got 17 Arcana, 19 Perception.
You know what? I'll let you. Yeah, you notice the same thing that Maximus has had. However, Coatrack doesn't have the true sight eye thing, and it doesn't appear to be working for Di and Kiki at the moment. In the way
What
you
a
would
rip
expect.
off.
Yeah, I know, right? Sucks
It's
to be
almost
you.
as if you insulted an angel.
Sucks to be you. Stop being evil.
Well, no, Kiki insulted the angel.
You get one demon dog and your angel gets scared.
Yeah, or in
Also
Di's
sell a bunch of
case, you
souls.
are the demon dog.
Why isn't Sparky fucking coming onto the?
I also can't see Fluffy either.
You know what? Fluffy won't do it either. I don't know why. Neither of them seem to want to spawn on the.
Oh god, something
Okay, there it goes.
happened.
Fluffy's just arrived.
He seems to be emitting light.
Fluffy does that, yes.
Oh, of course, yes.
Right, yes, and you should see that you're sort of at a pillared entrance to a large, fairly fortified structure. When Mr. Black Dog himself turns around to you and goes, you guys better head on inside. Leave your pets outside if you will. The Colonel doesn't like any animals that are not of his own coming inside. You know how pets can be. Your pets, his pets, arguments, and then everyone falls out. Better to leave them outside if you're okay.
Okay.
And
Is he looking at me or Kiki when he says that?
he's looking at the group. You can't really tell. I mean, you're talking to someone in full plate mail with a full-on visor.
Okay,
on.
guys. Well, we're gonna have to leave Fluffy and Feather and Dot outside while we go inside and talk to the guy.
Feather and Dot.
Understood. I mean, I just didn't make the joke because I am Feather and Dot.
Okay.
Well,
Do you want
Sure,
to?
Medes will be fine. He's a robot.
You want to bring Medes inside? Do you?
I don't think we should.
I'm gonna roll an insight on that to see if it's a good idea.
Go on.
You know what?
Do you need to roll an insight, really?
He's failed his insight, so you have no
Oh,
idea that this is a
bro.
terrible idea.
I'm gonna roll
So-
an insight to see whether or not he's identified Fluffy.
You are quite well aware that he has identified Fluffy, seeing as he has been looking at Fluffy several times over. You can't see his eyes, but you can definitely see the direction his visor is pointing. And he seems to be quite well aware that there is another black dog right next to him.
2 black dogs.
Bear in mind, the
Yeah,
black
so
dog is
Medes
also a
is
name
gonna
for a
put you-
hellhound. You are literally
That's
someone
true.
who is named after a hellhound.
Medes will perch on a windowsill somewhere where he can like observe things without actually going in.
Okay.
But
I mean, we should keep
based on
him
my
outside
insight
just to
roll,
watch in case something happens.
I
either
have no
way.
reason for Sparky to not go in since he's not a pet.
Oh my god. Can we?
I'll
This
follow
is
up.
just-
He's also
disaster.
invisible, apparently.
Yeah.
He's not invisible.
on
He
then.
just doesn't
Let's,
seem to spawn at the present moment for some reason. See if you can
Let's
drag
go
him
meet
in.
this colonel.
Oh, okay, I'll give it a go. Where is he? Sparky. Drag. Drop. Nothing happens. Yeah, it's not working for me either.
Yeah, let's leave him. Do you want to leave him outside, or do you want to leave him inside? I will tell you this: he comes inside, he is going to be in bits the moment he walks through the door.
Well, based on my role, I don't believe that's an issue. So unless anyone points it out,
Okay.
Right.
He
I
said
don't
no
know-
pets.
Yeah, I'm just
Let's
gonna
not
say,
let's not cause issue immediately.
Sparky
Leave him out
is-
here.
Sparky is loading in. He's just not loading in properly. Because I know when I drag him in behind a pillar, the light changes and I can see behind the pillar. I just can't see Sparky.
is it perhaps the image is too high a resolution?
I don't know. What you
We
get
never
from
had this problem before,
this
though.
is what you get for changing the icon from the nice
Kiki
artwork.
changed the image. If
I
you
know.
remember.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's go in then.
So are you ignoring what I said then and taking it?
I didn't hear what
No,
you said.
no,
sorry.
I'm
Oh my god. What's
Right.
How are we supposed to roleplay, bro?
I've asked him to lead on, and if we should go meet this colonel.
No, I said okay, whatever. You
I
know
know,
what?
I heard
Take
what
him
you
in.
said. I heard what you said.
If he-
and
if
I
he-
am leaving
eh,
Fluffy by the door.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it for Ez's character as well.
Oh, I
what
know.
did you say? I didn't hear.
Let's
Oh
not
my
cause
fuck.
problems by bringing the. They said no pets.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's what she says, then yeah, I'll leave him outside.
Cool.
Onwards.
Right? Are you moving your tokens?
Yeah. Trick.
I'm real
I'll have
laggy.
Meaty circle round and perch on a windowsill, just looking in.
I will put Medes on that windowsill so that he can look in and go, ooh. There appears to be people making food in there. That's a kitchen.
Ooh,
Okay.
Food would be nice.
Anyone else real laggy on Roll20 today?
Mm.
A
Nah.
little bit.
So there, the doors open immediately for you, and a black dog you will comes this way. The colonel, I believe, will be taking tea any minute. And walks in here. Walks into what looks like a nice drawing room, kind of ornately, very richly decorated.
Nice self-insert, by the way.
And yeah, thank you. and he goes, Colonel, that party you have been expecting for a while has arrived for you. Is there anything you would need from me today, so? Why, yes.
Oh my god.
Why don't you just hang around out here and join us for tea, gentlemen, ladies? I take it you like tea? Or maybe I can help you out with a mint julep or something. Everybody roll me a perception check, if you would.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to identify it as a bad southern accent.
Yeah,
That
I'd
was
like to roll an insight on whether or not that accent is real, or whether he's putting it on.
Yeah, roll that insight, by all means. Okay, you know damn well he is putting that on. He is not from the south.
Called it.
See, Trig's voice acting was impeccable. It was deliberately inaccurate.
Yep.
No, I see.
I wonder if the southern accent even had properly developed by this point in time.
That's a fair point. It probably hadn't.
It'll start with him, I guess.
That's right. That's right.
It's a fake accent that he made up. He's the first person to ever have it.
And then it just took on.
Absolutely. So in front of you stands sat a very well-dressed gentleman in a white suit, a white hat. He has a fine white beard, a pair of sort of half-moon spectacles sat neatly on the end of his nose, and cuts the absolute archetype of a well-dressed gentleman. He seems on the face of it clearly wealthy and clearly someone who has means, but given your high perception rolls, from Uzalu's, certainly Coat and Die, you recognise that there is something of a serious amount of power coming from this gentleman. Uzalu, whilst you haven't got a high perception roll, and really, I'm not quite sure where you are at the present moment in town somehow with that natural one, but bolstered by your almost unbelievably high natural perception, you recognise that this man is not of this world. This is
Compared to the Lich, like, is it as powerful or more powerful? We'll be able to tell.
I would suggest, given your experiences of the Lich, that you'd get the hint, just the general distinct feeling that the Lich might run screaming in terror from this man. But he seems friendly enough.
And yet we don't.
Interesting mannerisms you have there, Colonel. Whereabouts are you from? I don't recognise the accent.
Why, thank you. I travel around about the south. Here and there I have one or two concerns. I'm in the business of shall we say, the fine fried meats business. I like to
Oh my god.
set up restaurants here and there. Make sure they're always the same. Give people a sense of consistency in their lives when they go to my eating establishments. And, well, it has served me well. Of course, before that I was a military man. I don't just adopt the name, the moniker, the Colonel, just because I felt like it. I have served my time, as it could be said. My colleague here, the Black Dog, is faithful general himself, and he serves me well. And not to mention my good friend over here, Mr. Randall. You might not need to pay him any mind at the moment. He's a surly type, and few of words, but a man of action when needs be, if you know what I mean. Someone that can get things done, make things go away if need be.
Providing providing stability to people's lives, that sounds like a noble cause. Do you find it draws a certain demographic, or do you get people from all walks of life?
Oh, I find all walks of life enjoy a bit of stability, and I try to provide them with a quality product. And I've been working on a set of secret ingredients, if you will, that well, the people just keep on having to come back for more, if you know what I mean. You have my chicken once, and I guarantee you every 2 weeks you will be craving some more. He raises an eyebrow. Of course, you know, that may be because of one or two of the ingredients. I have a sideline in pharmaceuticals, shall we say.
Oh my god. It's crack chicken.
Oh yeah, it's the Colonel.
True. True.
So I heard through the grapevine that y'all have been set on a few tasks, and a good friend of mine, Jenny, sent me a letter a little while back. I believe you know Jenny?
Yes, she's the one who advised us to come down here.
Quite.
Said you might have something for us to do.
I have yes, a couple of little jobs that need sorting out. Normally I would send my associate Mr. Randall over here, but this might need a little more elbow grease than he is capable of producing by himself. Something a party of fine adventurers such as yourselves may well be better suited for.
You're saying your friend Randall here might not be up to the task?
Well, he's just one man. And as I said, he is few of words. And what I require is something of well, potential negotiation may be required. Now, if that negotiation falls down, well, then it's Mr. Randall's job to go and clean up that sort of a mess, but he's not exactly what I would call a negotiator. Well,
We are.
depending on how you
We've had some luck with negotiating, haven't we, guys?
Well, we are pretty busy ourselves, to be honest. I mean, we've been sent here on the hopes that you might help by, I believe, our mutual friend, Michael, was it?
Michael. I believe it was Jenny that sent you over here. No,
It was Jenny, wasn't it?
This Michael chap wouldn't be a big glowy kind of fella, lots of eyes, would he? What would
Seems to fit the description. We have we have a pretty dangerous and time-sensitive task to get dealt with at the moment. I mean, if it aligns
Okay.
with our goals, then we can definitely help. But at the moment, we need to gather power and deal with this threat.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me about what it is that I can do for you? And I think if you do something for me, I may be able to do something for you if you follow my gist.
What do you think, guys? Shall we share the story?
Yeah, might as well, because if we don't, everyone's dead. I mean, what we're after is basically a location and artifacts and
know.
equipment that would power us up.
We know the location. We need strength of arms. I mean, if this guy's fought in these previous wars, maybe he's got some support that can come and help us.
Perhaps, and given that this is his local territory, he may have information like the password to get in.
What do you know of Mount Zion?
Mount Zion? I know I don't like getting mixed up with them Zionist fellas. It's,
Yes, sometimes they can get angry and kick you out of the group.
quite.
I mean, that's never happened before, has it?
No.
What if I said not getting mixed up with these Zionist fellows would potentially be more threatening than dealing with them in
Oh.
advance?
Well, ma'am, Mount Zion is a location. I can certainly point you in the direction of that location. That shouldn't be a problem. Now I happen to know certain peoples may have set up like a stronghold in that area. In fact, we've been seeing notifications, little news articles here and there. You know, though, you are aware there is a little fracas going on at the present moment between the good colonial people of this hill land and the King of England and his men. And this has led to a lot of displaced peoples. People, just good folk, wanting to farm their land, be a blacksmith, do their job, etc., earn a buck, and maybe go and eat some fine fried chicken every once in a while. And they've been displaced by this war, and, well, frankly, war's good for business and it's bad for business, and, well, it's not doing my restaurant business any good. And I noticed that there has been a lot of, as I said, notifications, some sort of refugee center, if you will, set up near Mount Zion, encouraging displaced peoples to go and take up refuge over there. And rumor has it, people have been flooding there. Flooding
Is
there
that the caravan we saw?
by the thousands.
Sounds like it's displacing your bottom line.
It is
Sounds like
indeed
we,
displacing my bottom line, yeah.
Sounds like we ought to be
Sounds
putting an
like-
end to that. We have reason to believe they intend to resurrect something that could be a threat to all of us through means of blood sacrifice.
Resurrect through blood sacrifice, you say? Well, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
If we ought to put a stop to it before it happens. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure what we'll have left. Wouldn't do any good for your chicken business if we had awakened elder horrors walking the earth now, would it?
Well, there are plenty of elder horrors walking the earth already, but some elder horrors are worse than others, so to speak. He gives you a wry smile as he says that.
This one, though, will be not as easy to manage, I imagine.
Why
Do you
don't
know
we
the
stop?
name Azazel?
Oh, I was about to say, do you happen to have a name? Azazel, you say? Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in many years. Azazel, you say? I
We
wonder.
need strength, we need allies, and we need it to act fairly quickly.
Well,
We are on a timeline.
Azazel is not going to be good for my business. It just so happens I do know Azazel. Or of Azazel. If it is the same Azazel I'm thinking of, why, he and I have had some business a long time ago. I'm certain you recognize that I am not completely regular, normal kind of guy.
But doesn't that mean he's, like, really old, though? Like, really old? I'm saying this out of character, by the way.
What, the Colonel is really, really old? Yes.
Isn't he?
It
'Cause
would mean he.
it means he
could
would have
also
been
mean he
awake
met
at
him
the time
outside of the world.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Like I said,
Well,
Di, you get the feeling that monster that you recently dealt with would run screaming from the colonel.
Dude,
Screaming.
having read the book is making this so much funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna unfurl the scroll with the summoning circle
summoning
for him,
scroll.
with the sigil for Azazel on it, and hold it up for the colonel. This the guy?
Yeah. Would you mind pointing that somewhere else, young lady? Okay.
Roll it back up and put it back in the tube.
Okay. I think we need to assist one another.
Yeah. I think so too.
I do have a backup plan regarding this. Now, one summoned angel that's against our best interests is unhelpful. Do you know of his relation to Astra? If we did a similar thing and brought about a second, do you think we could hit them against?
Good lord. You are toying with some mighty terrifying ideas there. You want, let me
Well,
get
it's
this
either that or
right.
death, right?
You want to summon Astaroth and pit him against Azazel.
Well, it's either that or we stop the summoning before it happens.
I mean, even if we win, there won't be anything left.
That is true. That they could just destroy us all in their fight.
Let me be clear right now. If you summon Astaroth, you think he's gonna go, oh, little humans, I'll side with you and fight against my brother. My brother who I've been cast into the pit with for so many years. I'm just gonna turn around and fight him for these little guys. No. I'll tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna eat you. He's gonna eat
they're
you, all
alive.
of you.
Good to know.
They are brothers.
Then,
Oh, that means
then
nothing.
that certainly wouldn't work.
Brothers are
What if
known
we
to kill
feed
each
them
other
some
all
of
the
your
time.
chicken?
I mean, I beg your pardon? What was that about chicken?
What if we feed them some of your special chicken?
Oh, I'm sure they would enjoy the meal. But I don't think that would do them much good.
Joking aside, my thoughts are we get there as quickly as possible and stop this blood sacrifice before it can happen. If they're gathering refugees, that can only mean one thing.
Yes, I
Also,
quite
the
agree.
crystal mining. Do you know anything about any crystals being harvested and sent off?
Crystals?
Do you remember?
What kind of crystals?
Don't we have one with us? There was like a bunch of crystals being harvested and sent off because they needed that for the ritual as well.
No, that was diamonds.
I mean, yes.
Diamonds. Sorry.
I mean, they're a kind of crystal.
It's been so long, man.
I know. Diamonds, you say? Diamonds and humans being sent off en masse for sacrifices. It's gonna take them. You're gonna need some. You're gonna need some allies. You're gonna need some people that you can call on and go, well, fight with me.
There's a bunch of demons here. Can you help? We need somebody that will actually come for us when we say that.
We've already fought against a number of these people, and they seem to have magics that are not easy to contend with. We would need allies, and we'd need to essentially storm the place, I think.
I see.
Here's a thought. Here's a thought. I don't know if you have the connections, good sir, but we met a rather powerful fellow when we first came to this land. Can't quite remember his name right now. But he had quite a big firearm and a large, very strange sword.
Who?
He looks at you.
If anyone in the group can actually remember the guy's name,
I don't know
I
who you're
actually can't.
talking about at all.
I know who you're talking about.
Fitzpatrick.
You're talking about Jock Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
You mentioned Jock Fitzpatrick's name, and the Colonel raises an eyebrow. Jock Fitzpatrick. Ha! Oh, I could put some feelers out. Been a while since I've been to the diner. I might enjoy a quick trip there. Leave a message.
Well, you
see
seem
how
like a
things...
capable fellow.
I'll tell you what. Hold on a second. He claps his hands together 3 times, and a rather large fella comes round the corner. And walks over to the Colonel. Colonel just leans over, beckons to him, and says a few words. The Yangaloth, which you have met before, not this particular one, looks round at you, scowls a little, sniffs the air. Something smells of dog around. And it makes me hungry. Right. As you wish, sir, and marches off.
I turn to the black dog briefly and say, I think he might be talking about you.
He is not talking about me. He is talking about your mutt that you have outside.
He touches him, I kill him.
We left him outside. We left him outside.
Well, he is
a good friend of ours.
He is either talking about that dog or there is actually a faint smell of
I
dog
figured it was a
here.
reference to me, to be honest.
Actually?
I didn't think it was the one outside.
We have tussled with the Angloff before successfully, so...
Are you saying that in character?
No. I'm just reminding everyone of previous things we've done.
What was it, 2 of them?
No, fine, then I will. Yeah, we've killed these before.
Ah, you've met the Yangaloth before, I see. Under what circumstance were they fighting on a contract like mine? They're excellent mercenaries.
I believe a friend of ours here, I'm going to die, sent one of them off into town a good few months back.
Sent one of them off into town a good few months back. What, he just appeared out of nowhere and you went, oh, town's that way, hike yourself at home, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Is that...
Yeah, I believe so,
essentially,
pretty much, yeah.
If I recall, it was those electrolyzer people dabbling with things they didn't quite understand, whilst knee-deep in a very thick forest.
Any of this.
Okay, I see what may have happened.
Anyway,
they got slaughtered by
what's this proposition of yours?
What is this proposition of mine? Well, I have 2 jobs. Firstly, as I said, I'm running a restaurant chain, and part of my supply chain is, well, fresh chickens, to be perfectly blunt. Now, there is a town not too far away from here, maybe a week or so's travel.
Do people trust you?
I beg your pardon?
Do like the normal human population trust you around here?
Why, yes, I give them no reason not to trust me.
Do you think there's any way we can start spreading rumors about Mount Zion and start making it so that people are more wary of going there?
Why?
Might be a good, because a lot of these people are going there thinking they're going to get help, and they're flocking there en masse.
Certainly, I could do some things like that, but
Like a secret slave trade, anyone going there for help is actually being mistreated, like have that go around, make people more hesitant to go there.
Ma'am,
Change their
I
minds.
am what is known as a charismatic son of a bitch, and I find most people find me to be a most pleasant and charming man, and I can be persuasive at times. But that is something that is achievable on a one-to-one basis. What you are presenting is a war of propaganda, if you will, is to put out the same news notifications and flyers and so on, to try and persuade lots of people to not go onto the journey that most of them are already well on their way. Now, if I do that, two things happen. Maybe I persuade a few people, you're absolutely right. But I also let the enemy know who I am and that I'm working against them. At which point, well, a man's got to sleep, if you understand my meaning. And I'm quite fond of my houses not being burned down whilst I sleep in them. And I get the feeling that the kind of people we're up against are just a kind of sneaky sons of bitches that may just come along and start throwing torches through my windows. Now, that would be a bad idea, and certainly I would smite them from here to the seven hells. But it would get messy.
Not good for business, I imagine.
It wouldn't be good for business, and those poor innocent civilians that we're trying to save, they end up all manner of different ways of dead anyway.
But they're going to be dead regardless if this thing's get resurrected.
Exactly.
They have no business.
Exactly. So let's do things proper and make sure that you get to the right place at the right time with the right equipment to do the job, rather than just making a mighty mess of things and having an all-out war with demons and all manner of nasties running around fighting each other in the open. Because I tell you this, there is one thing we do need to watch out for. Because if Azazel is raised, and let's just say, I would know if he had been raised already, and he is not on this world yet. So we got time. But the moment he's here, first thing he's gonna do is, you ever heard of the term Nephilim?
Would my character have known this? Like she's a demon?
You might have. By all means, roll an insight.
You do have giant magic.
I do, yeah, that's the thing, is like my whole thing is the giant's magic, so I'd be very interested if I didn't, but give me a second.
Yeah, roll me an insight or an arcana.
I've come across it in my readings.
By all means, possible. Very possible. Certainly you were going through Michael's library.
Was it 27?
Okay, yes, you would indeed, with the 27 in Arcana, know what a Nephilim is. Just in case you don't actually know what a Nephilim is IRL, I will explain it to you. You see, a Nephilim is what happens when a mere little human woman gets all impregnated by a fallen angel, shall we say. A dark angel, a demon, a thing like Azazel. I imagine Michael and his little cronies could make a fair few Nephilim too. Now, Nephilim aren't, well, they're not exactly angels, they're not exactly demons, they definitely ain't human. They're big, they're nasty, and they have a hunger, shall we say. Hunger for human flesh and blood and orgies, and they make for powerful warriors. Last time I heard of Nephilim marching around the plains of existence, though, they were fighting over who should be circumcised and who shouldn't, and there was a whole weird dick thing that they'd got going off. And
isn't that still going on with people on this age? So I'm just putting it out there.
He raises an
Oi,
eyebrow and go, well,
they.
humans and their weird little followings of the doings and not doings of angels and those celestial folk. Needless to say, Nephilim, Rephaim, and all of that kind of ilk. Well, some like to chop the ends of their dicks off, some didn't, and some took mighty offense to it. But that's going way back and talking about the days of the flood. And I don't want to get sidetracked by all of that kind of thing. I'm sure there's books that if you wanted to read about that sort of thing, you could do. But all I'm going to say is it's definitely for the benefit of mankind, myself, my business interests, and probably your continued existence. If the world wasn't flooded with Nephilim and Azazel running around causing all kinds of mayhem, and generally making humans his slaves. Why, he will just rape all the women and eat all the men, and, hell on earth. All I can say, hell on earth would be let loose, and there'll be no one to eat my chicken, which is a bad thing. I was looking forward to this. This is a good little scheme I got going. I can secure an income for hundreds of years, thousands of years, who knows? As long as people keep on eating chicken, people are going to be talking about going to the colonel to get chicken. That's my dream. And I don't want no fucking fallen angels messing things up for me. Had my time with that lot. So, as I was saying, chickens.
Well, how will the chickens help us?
I need you to make sure my supply of chickens keeps coming into me. My suppliers have gotten mighty spotty of late.
Okay.
I would like you to go and make sure that supply chain continues to supply me with chickens. Lots of chickens. See,
Okay, where are they?
Well, they're
We're kind of on a time crunch, though.
Yeah, how long do you reckon it's going to take you to drum up the help we'll need?
It's going to take me a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, so
These sorts of things
How many
don't come.
weeks do we have?
You've got time at the moment,
Okay.
but time is ticking.
so
As I
let's
said,
call it a fortnight. Fortnight, we've got time to get there. We've got time to get back. We've got a fortnight total, and after that, we need to be back here and dealing with this threat.
Now, the town of Hope Springs is about a week's journey from here.
That doesn't give us much time.
It does not give you much time. And you are to go there. As I understand it, there is the town has become factionalized. And now they had some kind of factory facility that they are using. I'm not going to tell you the full details. I don't want to put you off. But essentially, they're good, friendly folk, or at least some of them are. And they've been supplying me with chickens in, freshly slaughtered, drained of blood, and brought to my door, ready for processing and sending out to the restaurants. Good, fine quality product.
What does it do, though? Like, what does the spice you were saying do to this chicken?
The spice? Oh, between you and me, young lady, it's just mildly addictive. Anyone that eats it, they find themselves wanting more, and
It's
nobody
kind of like
else.
morphine, then.
Oh, no, not quite that strong. No, it's not a painkiller, and it's not that like that. It's more like you partake in tobacco, or maybe the coca leaf.
Yes.
How,
Yes, indeed.
Something a bit more like that. Something that you
Okay.
try it, it gives you that nice little buzz and a tingle, and you just find yourself wanting more.
Speaking
I might
of,
want to try this.
yeah,
That
how
sounds
deep
pretty
are
great.
you in the pharmaceuticals trade? I mean, we're going to need some supplies. We could be interested in trading before we leave.
I tell you what, I can get all kinds of pharmaceuticals. In fact, I could rustle up a list of what I can provide for you. Whole variety of decoctions, concoctions, and poisons,
We need a lot of
potions,
health
and
potions,
and
yeah.
pills of all kinds of things.
We've been running a little low on opium recently, haven't we?
Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
me.
we literally
Oh,
have
isn't
no
your
health
character-
potions.
Isn't your character like addicted to something?
No, I'm not addicted yet. I'd have
No.
to take it a few more times. I
She
think.
would have to take it a few more times and fail a few little tests. So yeah, I will rustle up a menu, if you will, of things I can provide you with. You go ahead and you sort this problem out for me, and I'll get you anything you want. And if you want to go into the selling business and providing people with a service and need a good supply, why, you only need to tap the colonel on the shoulder and we can talk business. Proper business, if you understand my meaning.
Oh, dude, we could be selling pharmaceuticals through the sea.
Oh yeah.
Raises an
Quite a
eyebrow.
profit.
You have a ship? You
Yeah.
you wanna
We have a business.
you wanna ship some of this around up and down the coast, do you?
No, not up the coast. This is in the future, obviously.
Well, where else
Like,
are you
this-
gonna go? You're not gonna go inland with the boat.
But yeah, true.
I heard
True.
about this interesting
Touche.
fellow. I did hear about this interesting fellow who put wheels on his boat and sailed it up and down a causeway.
Oh my gosh.
Wheels on a boat. I've heard of many strange things. Not heard of that. I'll look into it though.
Ooh. But I was gonna say, Kiki, for a lot of the potions and stuff we needed for them as well, we could probably get that here, but we could probably just get straight up proper hard shit as well.
Yeah, I reckon we pick up some healing supplies, head straight off to this this chicken factory, and deal with his problem so that we can get back and pick up
Hopefully have
whatever
some
he's
help.
got to help us out with Mount Zion. We need to deal with this angel before he like rocks up in this world and starts nephiliming the place.
What of the fallen watchers, eh? We don't want that.
Okay. Fallen Watchers, indeed. Good reference. Yes.
Dude,
quite.
having read the book, it makes this quite interesting for me.
Oh my goodness! I'm just looking at the I'm watching the stream, so I can see this. I remember making this.
Right.
It's not as good as it's not good for us.
Okay. I have made available to you my menu of potions and decoctions and little boosts, pick me ups, and various things. And if you
Is this gonna be like Supernatural, and I'm gonna fucking get addicted to like some like pure human blood shit again? Like,
die. It should be available for all of you to see now. If you go into your players menu and look down, you
Okay.
should see a drugs menu has popped up available. You'll see a little icon that's
I do see it. Hold on.
a variety of little pills. And in there,
Oh, dude, she's gonna be fucked, bro.
in there are a bunch of spells. Essentially, it's just a character sheet of spells, and these are various different, as I said, pick me ups and put me sideways, and you know.
Battle powder, otherwise known as fucking what, like steroids.
Let's see. Uzalu. Yeah, here we go.
The details are all there. Kiki did some fine and sterling work with this, putting this
This
together.
is dangerous, lads. Oh no.
Okay. So the colonel is going to essentially, you do this little task for him, and all he wants you to do is fix the supply chain so that his chickens keep coming. He doesn't care which side of which faction you arrange this deal with. He just wants to make sure that the factionalization and the fighting that's going off in Hope Springs ceases and comes to an end, and his supply is revivified, as he might put it.
So do we know like the proper like what's happened? Like, does he know anything that's happened there? Did like bandits get there, or are his workers revolting? Like what revolting, or you know what I mean?
If you were asking this in character, he would go, "Well, they're not my workers. You see, it's a funny old place. How can I put it? It's a private town, if you will, company town, and they set up themselves over there. The Baron himself, Baron Ardulac, I believe his name is, set up the town, and he and Reverend Jefferson and a few others invited a bunch of like-minded individuals to come to that town and work at their factory. And they raise chicken and other farmyard animals, and they slaughter them, and they get that meat, and they sell that meat. But as I said, I really don't think it's going to be a case of bandits. I don't think bandits would fare well against those guys. They seem, well, mighty capable of taking care of themselves, if you catch my gist.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out like what the situation is all like when we get there. Like, are we trying to convince them? Are we trying to kill them? Like,
I would like to see that everyone is back and happy and working fine. If it just happens to be that they have irreconcilable differences, I would put it to you that it's probably in your best interests to resolve that conflict however you see fit. I don't really care if that means bloodshed, or if it means everyone comes away smiling and holding hands and singing sweet songs.
Were you paying them anything?
Yeah, I was paying them for the meat, of course. It's a business.
Okay. Yeah. So I wonder what's gone wrong then. Maybe they just want more money. We'll have to see.
How about we go check it out and see what we can do. And meanwhile, the good colonel here will call in a few favors to get us the muscle we need to solve this Azazel problem.
I will be working on it. I like your idea of speaking to Jock. I will definitely put some feelers out and see if I can't get him to pop in. How well do you know Jock? Do you know he's an interesting character? Not from around here, you know.
Not in honesty, not too well. We know that we owe our lives to him in an indirect manner, except for this good fellow over here standing in the corner. A gesture to the chief. And I know he is at least formally good working business relationship with what was his name? Archangel Michael, I believe.
Archangel Michael. He likes to lord it around and think he's better than everyone else. He's no different from the rest of us. He's got his own vices, trust me. He's not as nicey goody two shoes. Oh, look at me, I'm a angel of the Lord kind of guy. He's a same as the rest of us, making the best he can, seeing as the boss is away. Ain't seen the boss for a couple of 100 years now. And
the boss?
Yeah. God, Mars. Yeah, you know, the guy, he won all the fights, he kicked all the gods out of heaven, he took over, he's in charge, the rest of us just either ducked and ran for cover or found our own little corner of the world to keep our heads down. And last time someone actually really challenged him was, oh, well, Actually, Dog, you'd know more about that than anyone else. I believe you went toe-to-toe with him, didn't you? Or some of his minions? Some demon king a little while back. And he got sent back to hell by actually by a bunch of adventurers unlike yourselves. Jock was there too. Jock's instrumental character. Odd one. Doesn't like to swing things too much himself, eh? But he seems to be in the background here and there. You know, lending a helping hand. And as I said, I'll see what I can do. Can always ask a question. Doesn't hurt to ask a question now.
Sometimes it does.
Well, you may be right there. Sometimes it does, but not if you ask it the right way.
What
With a
time
sweet
is it?
smile and a... Beg your pardon?
What kind of time is it?
What kind of time is it? What, actual IRL time?
No, in-game time.
In-game time, it is mid-afternoon at the present moment.
Okay, so we've got the evening, and we should probably leave tomorrow morning.
I think that's probably a good idea. The Colonel will offer you the run of the house. Don't mind any interesting characters you may run into. I have one or two. Well, you met my Yangaloth friend. One or two of them lurking around here and there.
Dude, everything on this drug menu has the if you fail it, you just get addicted immediately. Oh no.
Yes.
Sorry, I've been
That
perusing
works,
the
Dolly.
drug menu.
Yeah, of course.
Of course you have.
It's not how it works as. Most of the time, you don't get immediately addicted to things, but
I kind of want some liquid night.
You do when you're dealing with drugs that Trig invented.
Hey,
that's why I was like, oh, these are rough.
Kiki's far more instrumental in putting these together.
I was looking at Berserker's Fury, and it's like, oh, DC 20 con save, or you become addicted.
Yeah, but it gives you rage, barbarian rage, which is like.
Have you looked into marching powder?
Not yet. Oh, let me see what there is. Hold on. Where is that?
Right. Well, unless anyone has any other questions for Colonel, it's just we have our guys retired for the night.
Okay. And the Colonel says, anything you need on that menu, you drop me a list and I can have it ready for when you get back. And if you need anything, you need me to send a man down to speak to your captain. Well, we can arrange for, I don't know, a shipment of coffee to be sent up to New York. Maybe some marching powder. I hear they're rather fond of that type of thing in New York.
Jesus Christ! Already starting with the shit, making it into a shithole, eh?
There is something I did just think of. Given the Colonel's connections, I'm sure he could come up with some material that could keep chicken at frozen temperatures on a boat for several weeks. Might be a way for him to expand his business up to New York.
What, you're talking about refrigeration?
Ice.
Magical refrigeration, yes.
I'm sure you could talk to the Colonel about that.
Having it not be so perishable so quickly would be handy.
Well, I quite agree. It would be excellent to be able to do that. What we tend to do is we tend to just create large blocks of ice, get them from a mountain somewhere, bring them here, pack the chickens into the ice and stick them in a hole, and get it moving as quickly as we can.
Surely the
seems
the
like
best
a
way
lot of manual labour.
Surely the best way to keep them fresh would be to bring them over live and slaughter them on site, right?
Oh, harlot seed was not what I thought it would be.
Well,
It sounds like an aphrodisiac, though.
No, it uses ignore the effects of exhaustion, which is funny.
Ah.
Yeah,
It gives you charisma and dexterity.
it gives
as
you
well.
Yeah,
charisma
that
and
it does,
dexterity.
as
Yeah,
Uzalu said.
yeah.
Sorry, I need to stop
I,
looking at the drug menu.
a statement like that has never come out of Dice's mouth before.
These look good.
Shut up, Jake.
I suggest to the Colonel a different idea, which is if he's familiar with the concept of a bag of holding.
I'm familiar with a bag of holding. I have one or two of those such items myself. You're thinking.
I wonder if
putting-
you've ever noticed that things don't decay when they're inside it.
I am aware.
This
Don't
dude's pretty old. I think he knows more than we expect.
don't you mind about me transporting things? My transportation issues not really an issue. I send a wagon we fill it up with meat, and we drive that wagon to wherever I so desire it to be, and it comes out and it's all fresh as a daisy. I call it a wagon of holding.
Oh my god.
You think
That
your
what a
bag?
name.
I mean,
You
that's
think-
fair.
you
You think your
foot
bag?
muscle
Yeah.
holding,
This
sure.
dude's on a different level, bro.
I have caravans of such items, but I'm not willing to let any of them go at the present moment.
I figured.
They are difficult to build and hard to come by.
Yeah, it's the first I've
Right.
heard of it.
In order to hurry things along, basically all I was going to lead to is see if I could ask him over the course of until we leave if he'd be willing to share the plans on how to build one, so Archie knows how to.
Well, they're pretty much exactly the same way as a bag of holding, just
Which Archie doesn't know how to make.
a lot bigger. Do you not know how to make a bag of holding? I thought it was
Yeah,
one
it's
of
a
your
level
abilities.
1 thing.
What about level 1 thing
Yeah,
for?
I picked the magic lantern instead that reveals things of true sight.
We've never used that, have we?
No.
No, well, I didn't need to because Trig gave us true sight straight away. But it turned out to not actually be that useful.
I mean, there's some characters that don't have true
I
sight.
didn't
so
know
would
that
be...
when I made the choice.
No. But the thing is, there's some characters that don't have true sight, so it'll be. Yeah,
Well, it sucks to be
useful.
them.
Well, no, you
In fact, I
have
think
it,
it's-
so why not
I
use
think
it?
it's only Archie that has true sight at the moment, right?
I thought I was the only one who doesn't have it.
Yeah, no. At the present moment, the only person that's got
Fluffy has it.
Fluffy
say that
has.
again, Terry?
Fluffy does not have true sight.
No, I don't.
No.
Oh.
Actually, the only person that's got a working eye of true sight is Maximus Broadside, and I believe Archie's eye is still working.
Yep.
Dying Kiki's isn't anymore. That has been.
I don't know why mine is though.
Because you're evil. Okay, it stopped
You
working.
turned into a
Not evil.
hellhound.
Yeah.
You turned into a hellhound.
Temporarily.
Wait, Mew, stop eating the USB cable.
And my kitten tried to fucking take down the whole wardrobe a second ago. He's gotten bigger, so he's realized he could climb stuff now.
Mhm.
So it's been a nightmare.
Yeah. No. Yeah, because Coat never had the operation. So yeah, no. Kiki and Dai, I'm afraid that it doesn't seem to be working for you.
Last
at the
time you
present
said it
moment.
was just Kiki.
Yeah.
So this
Times
is
have changed. Maybe you shouldn't have been.
bro.
Maybe you shouldn't have been stealing off poor innocent people.
But I didn't. That was Kiki.
I know it wasn't.
Alternatively, we should have harvested
no,
the
it
true
was
sight
Kiki,
eyes
bro.
out of the dead players.
He
Yeah,
did. He
does
did
this guy...
It's actually more to do with the connection you have to the angel and the general
Remember, when
good.
we went looking for him, we couldn't find him, right?
Yeah, he headed up to New York.
New Year off.
While,
God.
In
while
fact,
we're in town for the day, You don't happen to know of any farming equipment for sale in the area, do you?
Farming equipment? What, like hoes and rakes and plows and such?
I'm thinking more the automated kind.
Oh, you're talking about slaves.
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a slaving block in town. This is, after all, a port town, and you know, they are landed here on a regular basis.
Fantastic. I may take a trip over there before we take a rest.
Fair enough. Now, Kiki, you've sent me a quick list of some things.
Yeah.
Yes, no problem. He will he will happily furnish you with those for the journey, shall we say?
Mhm.
If
How
anybody
much
else,
is it going to be for me to buy some slaves in the market?
the usual sort of price. It does depend on.
You only need what, 5 more, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need 5.
Okay.
It really depends on whether you're going for attractive bed slaves or breeding stock or buck breakers or broken bucks or what are you looking for and what kind of slaves are you looking for, young lady?
I mean, cheap and cheerful. They tend to wear out fairly quickly.
You're looking for the bargain bin.
I see what you mean. Yeah, we shouldn't be too difficult for you to find what you're after. I believe a boat landed just the other day. Maybe still some in the holding pens.
Well, I shall be on my way there, and I shall come back and take rest this evening.
Fair enough.
Will I leave the ordering of the drugs to you, Kiki?
Well, Kiki's
I've ordered some for myself.
Kiki's
If
put in a little personal order, which I'm going to say he will provide one of each free of charge.
I'm happy to pay for more of the nightmare and what's it called? The juice, the spray juice.
The spray juice. Which one's the
What's
spray?
the best healing thing here?
The mind haze. I've just asked for opium. It's not on the list, but it's a drug that we know has a healing property because we've used it before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, can I just ask him? Does he have something, some good like healing stuff like that he would know of?
Healing things.
Mm.
Tell you what, I might be able to help you on that front. Pretty standard type of stuff for.
Out of everything, like the healing potions would be very handy. Like proper, nice healing potions.
Good old fashioned
Have on us.
potion of healing.
Or greater potion of healing if you can. Because that was the normal one only does what, like 5 or 10.
2d4 plus 2 hit points
Yeah.
usually.
Which when you've been hit for like 50, it's
So, I can provide you with I'll have to ask around. I don't really deal in healing potions and such, but I might be able to come up with something. I'll put a satchel together for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm happy to help with you. You do me this service, you'll be doing me a solid favor.
Well, I hope we can do proper business from now on.
Absolutely, and if you are willing to take on Azazel and his followers, and I am willing to help you as much as I can, because
it's for the benefit of us all.
For the greater good, so to speak.
Oh, I hate that saying. I hate that saying so much.
just before you go, I heard on the rumor mill something else has been happening. Whether it's connected to Azazel or not, I cannot be sure, but it may well be.
Okay.
You run into a slaver character.
Oh, no.
A German fella.
Mr.
Oh,
Schwab.
Swabs, that fucking weirdo. Yeah.
And you run into him. You notice anything
He's-
funny about that one?
He has a lot of horses with different colors.
Very.
My word, my lady, you
Have you seen a red horse before?
I have seen a red horse, I have seen a pale horse, I have seen a white horse, and I have seen a skeletal horse, I have seen a black horse.
I haven't seen the skeletal one yet.
If you get my meaning, let's just say
If this is
Mr. Schwab isn't just Mr. Schwab. They're brothers, if you. And
I was about to say, I think
Wait,
I
wait.
witnessed more than one in a room at one point.
Hold on, brothers?
Yeah, there are 4 of those individuals.
No wonder they were everywhere we went. I thought he was just
you don't know
teleporting.
half of it.
I thought he was just teleporting.
No, I think he was as well, because wherever we went, there was always more than one.
Oh, well, damn. That makes things a bit more complicated.
I have been keeping an eye on that
Why
wee
do you
fella.
ask us about this guy?
Because I have been keeping an eye on that wee fella for a while now. I think he has done something terrible. They have done something terrible. I can't be certain. But,
What do you mean? Like, what do you know?
are you familiar with the term warlocks?
Warlocks? Yes.
They're kind of magical type fella. They deal
I think
in
we killed one once.
they deal in deals with powerful creatures, shall we say, and become, if
He
you
was
will,
friends with a Crossroads demon, wasn't he?
avatars. Crossroads demon.
Wasn't he? I'm more asking the party here, just because I can't remember if he did interact with him or not.
You've been making deals with Crossroads demons?
No, I haven't.
I mean, one of them's I wouldn't call him a good friend, but he's a decent chap. I can introduce you to him later if you like.
Is that where you got that wee puppy you got outside? By any
I
chance?
may have made an agreement with him, yeah.
I see. And you an interesting party. Well, going back to what I was saying about Mr. Schwab and his brothers. It it seems that they are warlocks of kind sort, and it seems that they have been making deals, becoming, if you will, avatars of certain characters. Rides a pale horse, rides a red horse. None of these things making any connections
I
to
told
you.
you the horses, man. I told you the horses before were a problem, lads.
Let
You all laughed at me.
me just say death, war, pestilence, and famine. These things
we
ring a
asked-
bell?
We asked Joe Black about them, and he was very vague.
You know Joe Black. You know death.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We know a death.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
Is he now? Is he
think so.
now?
I would
I
say
mean,
he's
friend
more of
is a strong word, to be fair.
He never likes it when we call him over for drinks. He always says he's busy.
Busy man. His job to carry the dead to the afterlife. That's no small task. But
Yeah, I think a man could spend some time for some drinks, you know?
I asked him about the horses before, and he was just like, it's just a horse. So.
really, he was evasive about his
I wouldn't say invasive. He was just like, it's a horse, bro.
Okay.
That's basically what he said to me.
Let me lay some facts down on you and see how you feel about this. As I said, war, death, famine, and pestilence. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, if you will. Ring a bell?
No, I'm aware.
Right, okay. If you happen to know Death, well, one of those horses is his.
I wish you'd just been honest with me.
Why would he be honest with you when he is trying to bring about the apocalypse and the death of all of you?
We were interested.
It's not like I would begrudge him for it.
It is.
I talk with anyone.
It is my suspicion that these Schwab brothers, whether they're working in conjunction with these Azazel worshippers, or whether it just so happens that there are 2 factions trying to end the world that we know it as at the present moment, I cannot tell. One seems to be playing a short game, one seems to be playing a longer game. Now, being as the boss himself is all about the war, I am assuming that he hasn't been brought back just yet. But if they've got 3, hell, if they've got 4, if they've managed to do the deals that I think they have been trying to do, then you have 4 horsemen walking abroad, or riding abroad, as we speak. I would suggest if you run into them, that you do one of 2 things. If you are able, well, you send them straight to hell. And if you are not able, you run the hell away and come tell me where they were last, and I'll see if I can't send Mr. Randall and the dog over here and maybe a couple of friends of mine to go and deal with this, because
we can give you the exact coordinates where we've met a bunch of them, because there's a village that is like basically surviving on the promises of the crossroad demons. Like, what was it? I can't remember the name of the village. It was like everyone's there was talented, like one of the best.
No, he's a friend of ours. Seamus is great.
Oh no, the crossroad demon isn't the issue. It's more of the fact that like what's his name is there often, or at least he was. But he's also been in almost every town we've been to, so that doesn't really help. It's like at every town we visited, he's been there. So
tell you what, as I said, if you happen to run into him and we're nearby, or you're nearby to me, you let me know. You send a message.
How do I send a message to you? Do you have anything that I could just immediately contact you with?
Tell you what, you get this task I've asked you to do done, I will furnish you with everything you need to get hold of me anytime you need.
Okay.
Remember that little scroll your young lady friend over there brought out and was waving around at me?
Yes.
Symbols like that can be used in all manner of ways. Or some of them can be used to contact fellas from shall we say, native to these parts.
Like a summoning thing.
Like a summoning kind of thing.
Okay. All right.
Or a communication kind of thing. I have a...
Both would be handy, I suppose.
Some of you might not enjoy the methodology, but if you get yourself a goblet of a certain type of goblet and fill it with fresh human blood, out of the right
virgin
words,
blood, or it doesn't matter what blood?
It doesn't matter. Human blood. And out of the right phrases, you will be able to talk to me directly.
I assume you'll give us that once we've done the task.
I will give you the right tools for that once you've carried out the task. But you gotta prove to me you're a friend. Now I'm willing to help you out, but I'm not a fool. I'm not just here, have all of my stuff. No.
No, understandable. That's understandable.
But do this task for me. We'll become fine friends. Fine.
Okay. I mean, should we start heading off then, or what are we doing?
Well, why don't you stay with me tonight? We'll
Okay.
rustle up a wee feast for you.
I do want to try this chicken if you have some.
You want to try the Colonel's chicken?
I mean, what isn't it supposed to be nice?
It's the finest chicken you will ever taste. I'll sort it right out
As long
for
as
you.
it doesn't affect me in the job, it should be all right.
No, you should be fine. You'll be just fine. Just fine. Okay, so
I'm worried, man.
yeah, you
Listen, I'll try anything, but I hope I don't like get poisoned or die.
No, you're not going to get poisoned or die. But okay, so who's going to put on a feast for you tonight? There will be plenty of the Colonel's chicken. There will be beef. There will be pork. There will be long pig. There will be all manner of delicacies for
proper feast
for people to try.
Hold on, you skipped over something.
Both long and short.
Long and short pig, yes.
There you go. Everyone's happy then.
The Colonel is...
Except those people want medium pig, but they're weird.
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong, Coat?
Yes, you be definitely having a definitely slightly creepy feeling about this guy. As he seems okay, but he's not a nice guy.
You just said there's human meat on the menu.
Yes, there is human meat on the menu.
Honestly, what do you mean he seems okay?
Bro, I don't know why anyone's surprised here.
He's not trying to kill you.
He's the first one willing to fucking help us stop this abomination, which is ironic.
I mean, Uzalu's looking at him and going, is that guy a devil? A demon? I'm not... He seems
Giving
to look
him a weird look.
He seems to look human, but at the same time I'm getting distinctly kind of weird glimpses of devil from him.
Because he has the truth sight working, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has the working truth sight. Same with Ez. But at the same time, he has a very, very powerful illusion running.
Even the true sight's struggling.
The true sight
it doesn't matter. True sight sees straight through it.
The true sight would cut through it, but you'd definitely see his.
It's giving you a headache.
Yeah, it would definitely be you'd be wanting to see him as human all the time, and he's remarkably charming. Yeah, you're just at ease talking to this guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm glad not to have working true sight.
Let me put it this way: he has a charisma of 26. This guy just oozes.
Literally
charm.
talk no jutsu, bro.
Yeah. This guy oozes charm, and you're just everybody that meets him just finds him. They just find themselves wanting to like him, even though they know he's. even the ones with true sight.
Literally, what's happened here?
Yeah.
People are just like, he's alright. That's where I'm at anyway. The charms have worked.
Yeah.
Oh.
You are. He's essentially a devil bard. Let's just put it that way.
Oh,
and a really powerful one.
No wonder he gets along with what's her name?
With Jenny, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
For some reason I was gonna say Jessica instead of Jenny.
Damn it, it was your character.
Bro, my memory is so bad. It's getting worse over the years as well.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're getting old, Di.
One day I'll come in and I'll be like, who are you people?
Who are you?
We just relax then, or like get our weapon. Get our weapons like polished and stuff.
So does everybody want to partake in the feast? Is everyone going to be tarring the chicken?
No.
Why not?
not the chicken, but I'm sure there are other components worth eating.
God, pussies, man.
Yeah, I'll have some chicken. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can't. It's what everyone's raving about, you know.
Everybody that eats the chicken, I want you to roll a Constitution roll for me.
Constitution save.
Yes, please.
For the record, I said I'm not.
Yep. Okay.
Hold
Right.
on. Let me open my character thing. Give me a second. It's being very slow.
Holy shit.
I'm saying,
Okay.
my tolerance.
Yeah. Uzalu, you trying the chicken? How about you, Wes?
I probably would be remaining skeptical.
Nope, I am not.
You're not going to try
this
the
is
chicken?
pretty
think he
good.
wants
I'll
big
eat it and be
pizza
like,
stuff
oh, this
right
is pretty
now.
good, man.
Okay, Kiki, I want you to put down on the on your character sheet, addicted to the Colonel's chicken.
Yes, I
Sure.
figured that. All of the fucking potions had the addiction thing, so I was like, the chicken will definitely be like +10 for that.
You're now just going to, every time it comes to meal times, you're gonna go, oh, I want KFC. There's no real downside to it. You just
That's why, guys, it's just chicken, bro.
Yes, I'm gonna.
I'm
gonna
not
put
eating
it
meat
in,
from someone who serves human meat.
We don't know that for sure.
I'm gonna put it in.
Yes,
my
we do. He said he does.
No.
Yeah, but
it's
would
just
Feather
a
and
pig.
Dot know what long pig is?
I don't think he would.
Well, okay, it wasn't a term back then either, so.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't know.
Well, if it's in the setting, then I assume we know it.
I don't know it.
It's not
Why
exactly
would you
that
know?
thickly
Think
veiled.
about it. You're from the new world, not the old world. Why would you know
Yeah.
old world terminology for that? Plus,
That's not an
you
old world
are
terminology.
in
That's real world.
1835. They do this anyway.
let me make it easy for you. The Colonel is going to persuade all of you to indulge in his fine feast that he's going to lay on for you, and
Mid-persuasion.
and I'd like you to beat his persuasion with either.
Or am I cut off?
With,
Is it me? Oh no.
Oh no, sorry, that rolled to GM.
Like a wisdom save.
Yeah, do a wisdom
you're
save.
fine, we're anyway.
It's rolled a 25 on the persuasion. You can.
Jeez.
It's. I rolled it to the public, so.
Wrong one. Sorry.
Okay, anyone that failed to get under 25 or over 25 on the wisdom, just roll a Constitution, just to see how many people we have now. You've got to beat 21 to not.
Oh,
be
I
addicted
just
to the chicken.
passed. Damn.
Yeah.
That's why you were like, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the roll I had to beat? Sorry, on wisdom. Did you say?
25.
22. Oh, 20.
25 on the
that's fine.
persuasion.
Then I do pass because I can add +5.
+5 to what? To 16?
Yeah, that should be enough, right?
To get you over 25? 16 plus 5 is more than 25, is it?
It's not fair. You asked me to do math on the weekend.
I was sitting there being a bit confused myself, being like, I don't think it's gonna work.
I've said it to you before. Do
Okay.
not ask me to complicate maths equations on the weekend.
Complicated maths.
I'm
It's
just saying, you'll
16
waste.
plus 5.
You'll waste
25 minus
spell.
5.
What?
I just said, what's 25 minus 5?
I have no idea.
So right, so
It's
all
just
of you,
it's just
all of you are now pretty. Apart from Die, all of you are pretty much really liking the Colonel's chicken.
White man made me have addiction.
Yep.
This not bode well.
I look around, being like, huh? Why is everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone's really ravenous. Jeez.
Yeah, everyone's really into the chicken, and from this point forwards, at least once a week, you guys are all going to be sat there going, "Oh, let me find some Colonel's
KFC
chicken
would be
somewhere."
nice.
Yeah, exactly. There's no downside to it other than, you know, if you eat it
Just a
every
craving,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, if you eat it every day, we might
get
start
obese.
talking about obesity stats. Yes.
Yeah.
We might start sending out deeply insensitive ads in Germany.
Can we bypass the addiction?
I take it you saw that.
I didn't know. You have to send me that if there's a deeply offensive German ad. I like it.
Dude, post it. Yeah, post it in events too if you have a link.
Yeah.
If you can't find it, it's fine.
No, I can. I know I can.
Deeply
Coatrack's gonna
offensive.
go into the ether to find this meme for the meantime.
I'm going to where I posted it before.
If it's a meme and it's deeply offensive and I haven't seen it, I want it. I want it now.
Of course.
Gedenk Tag an die Reichsprogrammnacht. Gin die Ruhigmer Zarten Cheese zum Newsbringen Chicken Yeats by KFC Chicken. And let me just double check what that all translates to before I accidentally get any of it wrong.
Okay.
Translating. Commemoration of the Reich Pogrom Night. Treat yourself to more tender cheese with the crispy chicken. Now at KFC. They sent that out for Kristallnacht.
To commemorate a pogrom.
To commemorate Kristallnacht. In German, Reichspogromnacht is what they call Kristallnacht, I guess.
Holy shit.
Yes, they sent out a holiday ad for Kristallnacht.
I mean, like, there's a reason that KFC is so massive in Japan, for instance. Like,
Basically.
Germany, Japan, once again, like... That's funny.
Yeah. The Germans didn't take that too well.
Wait, but the Germans are the one who put it on.
Well, it's an American company, so I don't know who sent that out, but it was
Yeah,
in
but
German.
they're going to have
hilarious.
German managers managing the German media.
Yes.
Well, maybe they should have, but
Oh, but hold on
That's
a second,
so
Coach.
funny.
It might be a German that came over after the war. And we know how they...
In Argentina, right?
No, I mean, there's a lot of Germans that came over to America after the war that had a fine choice in boss clothing.
yes.
I'll just put it down to the fact that they got some intern who doesn't actually know his own country's history.
No, I think that was definitely somebody who knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was like an automated thing where they saw there was a specific day.
Oh,
like-
that would be... oh, yeah,
They
that's
just
what I
yeah.
mean.
picked all the
Yeah.
bank
So-
holidays.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like well, I don't know what kind of day it is, but they just saw that that on the calendar that it's
We're
anniversary
celebrating
of
some
Reichs.
fucking foreign
on the
shit.
on the calendar it said Reichspogromnacht. I guess we'll send out an ad saying, "Hey guys, have some chicken."
Yeah, they're like, oh, these foreigners with their weird rituals. We'll try and capitalize on it.
To
Oh,
commemorate
that
your
is so-
pogrom, have some chicken!
Well, yeah, that's what makes it so stupid. Is that it has the word pogrom in it.
I know, right? That's what got me. I was like, ooh, that's a spicy word.
Yeah.
Well, perfect time to have spicy chicken then, isn't it?
Exactly. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
Oh yeah.
Based KFC, dude. I want to go to KFC now.
I know.
Don't do it.
There's only like there's not many around here. Like maybe
Do it, die. You'll have to
maybe
make another
one.
con save.
Yep.
True. True. I'm the only one
what
that
did you
seems
say?
to not be affected.
I mean, you can imagine, right? This every time somebody eats the Colonel's chicken, they have to roll 20. They have to beat a 21 con save.
It's quite intense, bro.
He is going to have the whole fucking world addicted to chicken.
Specifically Japan.
Specifically his chicken. Can you imagine what that means in terms of money? This is why he doesn't want Azazel to take over. He's looking at becoming very rich.
God, how Jewish of him. I love how I whispered that like like that wouldn't still take your YouTube
You know you're talking about a
thing down.
literal demon, right? Just saying.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Alright, just make sure we're on the same page there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His way of taking over the world is far nicer. He just He just wants to
I mean,
to
he's
enslave
not
the whole
bringing
human
giants
race.
around that's going to eat us all. You know, like I think this is quite tame in comparison.
Quite.
You know what? He'd be fine if there were giants around. He'd just feed them the giant chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Giant chicken.
Well, he would have to switch up his line of feeding to different
Humans
types of
become the
food.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Long
Ostrich,
Pig.
anyone?
Yeah. So right, if anybody wants to put any requests in to the Colonel for supplies, I've got you, Di. He will basically have a satchel
Yeah.
full of healing potions. We'll make him slightly better than the normal healing potions. And
Yeah, because the normal ones really don't give much at all. Like they're
No.
basically useless.
at this point, they are
Well,
pretty
So,
freaking weak.
how much are you charging me? for
Given
these
that we
slaves,
all
Drake?
like this chicken, I suppose we will request a bag, like
Well,
a lot of that for the journey.
because we're dealing with creatures that literally, if they hit you once, you lose like 40 or 50, like hit points. You know, and if you can only get like 5 back, it's kind of.
As a simple solution, Di, don't get hit.
I mean, as a tank, that's pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is like she's there to take the hits while you guys hopefully help.
I thought she was there to hold up a mirror.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Right, Kiki, you just DM'd me something. Are you happy with that?
Can I get twice as many?
Can you get twice as many? You want
Yeah.
you want 10 instead of 5?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, the price will be twice as much. Is that going
Yeah.
to buy you out of your deal at this point?
That's going to buy me out of my deal, and that's going to give me 5 that I can potentially offer him in exchange for blind sight. He's willing
Interesting.
to make another deal.
Interesting. Okay. Right. In that case, whilst everyone's having their feast, before the feast has actually happened, Kiki is doing this. He's bought basically a bunch of slaves and sacrificed them off to Seamus. At which point, Seamus will do a bit of an appearance for you, and will pop in there and go, so well, fair enough. You in fact, let me hold on a second. I've been doing a southern accent all today. I've only got to switch to an Irish accent.
Oh,
So-
great.
So you're gonna love this one, Di.
Oh no.
So Seamus has appeared, and he's well.
You immediately sounded Scottish.
I know I went Scottish. I couldn't help it.
That's what always happens when I try to do Irish as well.
Yeah.
God damn it, man.
So Seamus has
We
appeared.
don't have anyone here that can do the accent.
What, an
Yeah.
Irish accent? Nah.
Thanks, Az.
Bit of a Di's fake accent.
Wow. Pogue Mahoon, man.
Yeah, but you
See,
still
it's
said
just
that with an
gibberish.
accent.
Mm-hmm. Gobbledygook. Yep. So Kiki says he's basically going to go. Okay, well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you found a nice way around that one. Can I deny you that? And you want to offer me another 5, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I got this eye from an angel, and it doesn't seem to be doing the job anymore. You could help me see things that would otherwise be unseen, and maybe, secure me a nice spot when the end comes for me. Then I'll be happy to give you another 5.
I'll tell you what. I'll take the 5. And I thank you for it. But here's the deal. I don't want to give you your blind sight or something like that. That's gonna be a little bit more expensive than that. But I'll take it as an offering. And here's the deal I'm willing to offer you. How would you feel about coming and working for me?
What are the perks?
Well, when you die, you get to be on the right end of the whip, if you will, in hell. And maybe you get to run around and make some deals for some people. Carry on taking souls. You seem to be good at it.
So literally no different than what she's doing.
Well, yes, but as a demon, as a crossroads demon,
Yeah.
you get to, not be tortured in hell for all the misdeeds you have done in your life. Instead, you get to be one of the torturers.
We on a quota for this job when it comes round to it, or is it a take them as they come kind of deal?
Well, business is business, and if you're just sitting there going, I am, no, of course there's a quota. Of course I'm gonna require you to hustle a little. But you rustled up 20 souls for me in fairly swift order. I don't think it's anything difficult for you.
And
So what do you say? When you die, you become a demon. How's that?
I'd get
Marks aren't as great as you think, man. Let me just say.
I'd get to actually give them something in return, other than mortal promises, right?
You will be able to grant wishes.
Well, that's going to make it a hell of a lot easier than gathering these ones.
It's really powerful, isn't it?
Wish is very powerful, yes. It's about the most
Yeah.
powerful spell in D&D. Yes.
At that, I will reach out my hand to shake his.
It's a done deal. Grabs your hand, pulls you close, and gives you a big smooch on the face. He goes, "Deals like this aren't done on handshakes, darling."
Creepy.
Yep.
They aren't they? I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
He is a crossroads demon.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll do the thing.
Demon deals like this are done with kisses. There has to be an exchange of fluids in some way. Congratulations, Kiki! You have successfully sold your soul to hell, and should you die, you will now become a demon.
Which, as we know, Kiki dies often.
I die often, and I'd already probably damned myself by doing that deal in the first place. So
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
I may be back in contact for you if there's anything you can do for us in exchange for a few goods and services, of course.
Anytime you
People-
like, darling, you give me a call. You may be seeing me sooner than you think. Gives you a wink and vanishes.
I feel like in one of those chick tracks about D&D.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, Kiki, you have an interesting route to go now. If you should die, you might come back as a demon. Whether or not you want to carry on the campaign as a demon, might be available to you, or not. It really will depend on various factors at that point. But certainly, Cecilia is assured some sort of continued existence at this point. And nobody else in the
sure
party
shocked.
knows this thing, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So you've gotten back, you've had your chicken and become addicted to it, and now have No soul and a chicken addiction. Congratulations.
Dude, this charismatic demon's fucking strong, man. He's gotten quite a bit off of us already from his charisma alone.
The Colonel.
Yeah.
He is a very, very powerful character, and be on the right side of him. He is very, very capable of being of significant assistance.
Which we need,
I
man.
was playing a significant risk in revealing things to him. I am glad that he does not like Azazel, because if he had turned around and gone, hang on, that dude's my buddy, why do you want to stop him being resurrected? We were in...
Yeah, no, that would have been not great.
Mm-hmm. He still wants you to go and finish this task for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And I you know what? It's coming up towards midnight, and
Yeah,
I've got to be up at
pretty
8
tired.
because cats will wake me up whether I like it or not, and so will Kiki, and Kiki's got work. So
I think we've set it up nicely.
Yep, I think so too. And next week you will begin your week-long journey to go and see Baron Argilak at his town and sort out his little problem of what dissent seems to be happening.
I wonder if we'll manage to drag Skull in at some point.
Well, I've been playing Skull's character.
Well, yeah.
Now,
Because
so-
he said he couldn't make it this week. We'll
It's
see.
a damned shame because I'm sure he would have done the Colonel's accent a hell of a lot better. Then again, maybe he wouldn't have been able to deliver exactly the nature of the storyline.
The inauthenticity of
Yeah,
it.
he probably
Yes.
would've.
That is the problem I had with Undoomed.
Yeah,
Not his fault in the slightest, but there were certain things I wanted to happen, and it was kind of irreconcilable. Unfortunately, I had to keep directing him.
yeah. So it's I had the suspicion that might be. Then again, you know, Skull's a good lad and he knows his D&D very, very well. But you know, it would have taken me a good day or so to talk him through how I wanted the Colonel to be played. But yeah, you will possibly have gained the assistance of a number of characters who are actually in the room with you at the present moment. Should you complete the task? So you
We're gonna
might.
need him.
Well, we literally need help. it's like where we're at.
Yeah.
There's only so much we can do
Essentially,
for this kind of thing.
complete the task that the Colonel set for you, and the Black Dog and Mr. Randall will appear kind of like mysterious stranger in Fallout universe. I don't know if you know the Fallout universe. The mysterious stranger sort of
I do.
pops in on gunfights and just yeets a bad guy for you, and then just sort of doffs hat and fucks off, kind of thing.
Yep.
For the record, the Black Dog, as I said, is heavily clad in essentially 14th century full plate armor, and carries a very, very tasty looking sword. Riggs, on the other hand, seems to be carrying. Are any of you familiar with Howder? A Howder gun or a Howder pistol?
No.
It's basically a 45 caliber or 410 shotgun, double barrel pistol.
Oh Jesus.
He seems to be carrying at least 2 of those and a larger looking rifle across his back. You didn't get a completely good look at it, but he definitely seems to be equipped down the lines of a sharpshooter, shall we say, but of fairly tasty ability.
Okay.
So should you need it, he may pop in out of nowhere to lend an assistance. Should you manage to supply this this service to the Colonel. As for Jock, that was an interesting suggestion. I hadn't thought about bringing in Jock for the final battle. But you know what, the Colonel is actually gonna try for you, because you're probably going to need that tier of help. And I hesitate with Jock because if I bring Jock in, every time I brought Jock in on a mission, it becomes the party is there to support Jock, because Jock just sort of wanders around with his essentially fully automatic bolter and just fires burst 50 cal rounds, bursts at
Thing is, we
people.
need that though. We're fighting a literal like fucking crazy eldritch thing.
Yes.
It comes down to Jock can't be everywhere, and neither can we.
No, but you're right. So Jock, if we bring Jock in, and it will be on the roll of a dice. If you do get Jock, you'll know he is there, and I will reduce the enemy's capabilities by a certain amount as a result, and he'll sort of hop in and go, cleared that guy's in the West Wing for you kind of deal. I think that's the way I'll play it with regards to
He
a
just
character
throws
option.
a void grenade.
Because-
Void
and then
grenade.
leaves.
Because when we used Jock in the last campaign, there was a bit of a complaint of what's the point of us even being here with that character? Because he is about a level 40 character.
So I have no idea who this is. So.
That comes more down to somebody not understanding their character and what they could do in that situation.
Just say his
Not
name,
naming
bro.
names.
That was I will attack this guy who's basically a fucking space marine.
No, I just wanted
there's
to
only
have
so much you can do for stupid, man.
a friendly fight. It wasn't me who just suggested that we sneak attack the guy who could clearly mop the floor with us.
Yeah, I was a bit sort of.
I
you're
wonder
doing
who
what
did that.
now?
No, the only reason I suggest Jock is because our party don't know any other big hitters that we might be able to bring in.
Well,
I mean, there are a few that I know, but
as far as big hitters and off the books now, and we've kind of ended the session, but not ended the stream as such. Jock is he's essentially a fucking Inquisitor class Space Marine sort of type dude who what did I finally end up with? He's he's got 500.
he's a Primarch.
He's basically got 510 odd hit points. A chainsword, a 50 cal autocannon. He just dear fucking god.
Nice, bro.
Dear fucking how many attacks has he got? He's got 1, 2, 3.
Just as many as he needs.
He's got
Enough
something like about
to put down a druid in one round of combat.
Oh yeah, and
still
then
have
some
moves left over.
Yeah, he does brutal criticals. He's got I think he crits on an 18 or above. It's just not fair having someone that has 6 attacks with a burst fire 50 cal autocannon that crits on an 18. It's just he's just going to kill everything. So if you get him, I will use him off screen, I'm afraid. But yeah. You'll just hear thunder in the distance.
There's enough bad guys to go round.
there's plenty. You're definitely going to I hope enjoy in what some of the stuff I've got arranged there. They have
even
themes.
if he doesn't, Trig.
Mm-hmm.
If he turns up and just like teleports all the sacrificial people somewhere else, even that helps.
Yeah.
Sorry to break in the middle of a conversation, but I'm very tired now. I'm gonna go to bed.
I can't fault you. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to say good night to everybody that watched the stream. I know we have at least 2 people that watch the stream on a.
I forgot.
on a regular
We
basis.
forgot to do an ash for this, by the way. Next time.
I did the app.
Oh, did you? Never mind then.
So no, thanks for watching. In fact, we've got 3 people currently watching, and had at least 1 person watching all the way through. That would be the Life Sentence 2278. Thank you for watching, bro. And
what a weird name.
No, right?
Yeah, we should like apply to Raid Shadow Legends or something. Some advertising.
Yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends.
I would even make a mobile account and play Raid Shadow Legends if they would sponsor me and give me money and free stuff.
It's Raid Shadow Legends. You never know, man.
I know, right? And I'm quite happy to talk about who my favorite character is and why I like her outfit and the curve of her boobs.
Yeah, I'll message some hentai sites and see if
At a
what we can
restaurant
do.
on a TV at a restaurant, I saw an ad for it where I guess they added Ronda Rousey.
Yes,
Wait,
they did.
Di,
They
are you
did.
suggesting that you can get us advertised, get us sponsored by hentai?
Hentai games.
Done. Do it. Bring it on. I'll take any sponsorship.
Yes.
I'm a massive whore.
That's exactly why I
People are
recommended the
horrible
hentai
people.
games.
I need the money. I'm not ashamed. Right. So
You
yeah.
all
Thanks.
are horrible people.
As long as they're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. What was that when we got Skull? That was hilarious.
What?
Oh,
I can't remember
God,
the name
what
of it
was
now.
it?
That was properly.
Was that your succubus simulator or whatever it was?
What was the one that was gotten for me? That fucking.
That was the metaverse game thing, wasn't it?
No, it was like it was like a 50. It was like 40, 50
It
quid
was
for
it was the one that had Dim Fool as a character in it.
Yes,
as a
yeah,
reporter.
yeah. Dim Pool, yeah. That one. A lot of effort went into that game, by the way. Like, it's actually crazy.
Yeah, Tim Pool was properly pissed about it. He tried to sue them and everything.
Sure, I remember when I was like, oh yeah, let me just stream this game, and then immediately dick sucking happened, and I was like, well, guess I'm not doing that.
Guess I'm not streaming this here.
I was like, whoa. It was just, I was so not expecting, like, you know what I mean, like the way it came across. It's just, it's just like fucking hell.
Right.
All right. Well.
Right. Well, thanks for playing, guys. We'll see you again next week. Hopefully, hopefully we can carry this on and get you to Hope Springs, and you can meet the Baron and his cohort, and you can sort out that problem. Let's see if you can sort it out without bloodshed. That'll be interesting.
I mean, yeah. We'll have to see.
Okay. Right. So, good night, everyone. I will end the stream at this point.
Sleep well.
Is Baron Argelac